howdy do y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah Vita. If you don't already know, if you do know, then groovy. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. Yes, I know we're cooking in the new place. Finally, the first cooking video here. So today, I know Thanksgiving was yesterday. I'm making this video the Friday after because we usually do Thanksgiving the weekend, well, of Thanksgiving, I guess. You know what I mean. And we are going to make, well, first things first, I don't want to ruin my cute little sweater, so today I usually do like desserts and stuff the day before. So I already have my water boiling back there for deviled eggs, which is one thing we're making today, which that's easy. Both of these are super easy recipes. And also we're going to make gingerbread pumpkin cake. You only need 2 ingredients. So if you've ever heard, got my mixing bowl. I used one of these last time, but I think I'm gonna thin it out and use 2. I'm not really sure, but I am gonna go ahead and spray that. My oven's already ready to go too, which you probably can't see, but we'll mess with some angles a little bit. I'm gonna spray that. It probably would have helped if I had a can opener. Can opener and a spoon. Okay. So basically, this is pretty much how you make like a pumpkin cake with literally 2 ingredients. Is you take, I don't think I've done that one on this channel, I'm not really sure. It's kind of the same thing I did with the strawberry sweetheart brownies or whatever, except for I think that called for something else, I'm not really sure. And here comes the cat who wants to get under my feet every time I try to cook something. I love him, but I'm gonna choke you. I'm gonna choke you one day. But he probably thinks I got tuna or something, which is funny because my cat does not eat tuna and shit like that like a normal cat does. He used to, but he doesn't anymore. So yeah, I got our pumpkin, which is going in here. But anyway, yeah, it's literally like when you make a pumpkin. I'll try to do this a little bit better. It's literally like when you make a pumpkin spice cake with like the spice cake mix and then the can of pumpkin. That's literally what you do with this. It's super easy and we don't really add anything else. But yeah, I know I'm doing this for Thanksgiving and a late Thanksgiving, but I figured I would go ahead and I did want to record some kind of recipe of some kind, which once again y'all are getting 2 for 1 special. But because if you follow me on Facebook, which you really need to, why am I having such a hard time getting this pumpkin out, by the way? Yeah, I've mentioned several times that I'm probably not going to make Christmas content this year, and I will tell you why. It's got a little, all I'm doing is just putting the cake mix in here too. Let's get a little personal for a second, y'all, because you know we like to talk and cook at the same time. Let me look at my water. Ooh, the mix. I'm gonna put 10 eggs in there, by the way. I know somebody's gonna say something because I licked my finger. My hands aren't actually going into this, so it doesn't matter. And I'm just cooking for, yeah. But yeah, I'm not doing holiday content this year, like Christmas content. I mean, just because y'all know that my nanny passed away earlier this year, and I have been going to grief counseling for that. I continue to. And honestly, the Christmas stuff is extremely triggering to me right now, like mostly music, which is I hate because I absolutely love Christmas. I mean, that's what it looks like so far. You literally just incorporate it. So yeah, I don't know, I'm still probably gonna spend the day with maybe some family members, but like my dad or something. But I mean, I can't do it. I'm gonna go try to see the lights with my best friend. Probably when this comes out, I would have seen these lights with my best friend. So I already warned her I'm probably gonna cry. But you know what? If you are also grieving during this holiday season, you know, you're not alone. Like, this is my first Christmas without her, so it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough, which I know some of you on here, you have lost, like, you know, your moms and stuff, which I've mentioned before. My nanny was a lot like my mom. She, you know, she raised me and all that. So yeah, it's almost like I, lost a parent. So, but we have good days, bad days. And maybe a piece of advice that I could, that's how it's looking, share to you if you are grieving a loved one or with a sick loved one, because my nanny was also, she was in the hospital this time last year, so yeah, because she passed away in February, so that's coming up too. But I mean, if you, the best word of advice is, don't force yourself to do something if you can't do it. If something is just going to be too much for you, like trying to make new memories or whatever, then don't do it. Sit at home with your cat and, that's what we're doing with that. Do something you enjoy. It does something in their memory, because I am going to be celebrating Yule this year, which is the winter solstice. So I'm excited for that. I'm just going to do like a small little dinner for me and my partner. I know you're probably like, girl, what are you doing? You need to get all the dry. See all that dry still in there? We need to make sure that it is coated. And I think my water's ready for my eggs to go in. So let's go around over here and see if y'all can still see me. And what we're gonna do is, here's the eggs. I'm gonna do 10 eggs, like I said. Here's my little deviled egg carrier. And I think everybody does, the lighting, I know. A new place, guys, first, we're getting used to it, so no complaints. I'm trying to be nice, okay? One. Guys, we're on Sesame Street now, we're gonna count. But everybody does their deviled eggs differently. I feel like some people put them in before the water boils. Some people put them in like I do. Some people, I don't know. But people do stuff differently. Now me, I just do, and I cracked one. So we're gonna do, I'm glad I'm doing 10. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's okay, because me and my stepmom, y'all seen her on here before, Tina. Me and her used to do Thanksgiving all the time. She's still alive, by the way. She's good. We're good. She's fine. But we used to do Thanksgiving all the time, and we had so much fun. But since she moved, and she's not with my dad anymore, we just kind of talk. We haven't done Thanksgiving since together, but gosh, we'd have a blast with this stuff. But she makes her deviled eggs a little bit differently than I do. Some people add, let's see, y'all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You know what, let's do 11, because I accidentally, the one cracked. You ever just, it's like a perfectly good egg, and then you stick it in there, and then it just goes, poof, and you're like, dude, I didn't even, did I look at you wrong? Like, what the hell? Why are you busting for? Anyways, so our eggs are in there. Yeah, I got 4 left. I'm going to put a timer on for 12 minutes. Okay, it's working. It doesn't. I was expecting it to beep or something for some reason, like a beep beep, but whatever. So anyway, let's go back to this. So I'm going to put that on for 12 minutes. So that should be the perfect number for that large of a number of boiled eggs. So yeah, but we had a blast. So she makes hers a little bit differently. I just do good old mayonnaise, mustard, salt, pepper, and a little bit of paprika on the top. That's all I do. Good old-fashioned eggs. Alright, so now while that is cooking, and actually Thanksgiving is good. Like, yeah, Thanksgiving at my nanny, we didn't really do Thanksgiving. It was usually at my dad's side of the family that did Thanksgiving. So, and my grandma Margaret's been passed away for years. My grandma Alice, she's too elderly to be doing things like that now. So, yeah. I'm just gonna put this in my pan. See, I mean, I don't know. I have a lot of memories, a lot of good memories. But Thanksgiving isn't the triggering thing for me, and I put it all in the one pan anyway, like an idiot. So, oh well, it's fine. Kind of feel weird not doing pumpkin pie this year, but the thing is, I used my great grandma's recipe, and it makes 2 pies, and usually it's just me and Johnny, so we literally are left with like an entire pie that goes to waste because, I don't know, we just are. He's not really a sweet tooth person, and I'm over it by like the 3rd day, so one whole pie gets wasted unless I give it to somebody, which usually we don't see anybody, even though I invite like 10,000 people every year, like nobody shows up. So, and I'm like, dude, free food, how you gonna pass up free food? But whatever, it's fine. It is what it is. Run some water in this real quick. Yeah, so didn't need that. I totally forgot it was there. I'm dumb today. Going to squeeze this in here to the best of my ability, because it doesn't really rise. You're not putting eggs, you're not putting butter, nothing in this. It's literally just gingerbread cake and a can of pumpkin, or gingerbread cake mix and a can of pumpkin. Okay, I get it. You're running over. Excuse me. My bad. So yeah, it's literally the easiest thing, and I figured, you know, because I just made this for me and my best friend, like 3 weeks ago, I guess, and she thought it was good. But see, the thing about it is, I got this salted caramel frosting to go on it, and it slaps. It is really good on this. It's very good on this. So, and I have some that it left over, so instead of buying more, I was just like, yeah. And you can even consume the batter. Y'all, if you like me, you love gingerbread, and you love pumpkin. Personally, I like gingerbread better. Which do you like better, pumpkin or gingerbread? I like gingerbread the best. So when I saw that, I was like, girl, this could be for Halloween, Thanksgiving, or Christmas even, because it's the best of both worlds. So good. So now, yes, I've made sure I took the other one off. Y'all just saw me do it. Now we're going to put this in the oven, and we're going to bake it at 350 degrees for about, I want to say about, let's see, last time I think I baked it for like almost 30 minutes because it's so thick in this. But I did the other pan, like the brownie pan that I have, is too long and kind of not as like thick as this one. So I was like, yeah, forget it. We'll just, you know, so. And there she goes in there. But yeah, this is the, usually I don't get Pillsbury stuff, and I usually get sugar free. No, I'm not diabetic, but your girl watches her sugar because my nanny was diabetic. So, but yeah, this stuff I recommend. I recommend, and it smells good. I've actually been, because I've had it in the refrigerator for like 3 weeks. Yeah, it's still good, I'm pretty sure. Frosting will last forever. April 2nd, 2026. So, and after I use this for use the rest of this for that, I might make some more for Yule, I'm not really sure, but. Y'all make this shit. Make this shit in there until about, what is it, 2:40? I'll check it at 3 o'clock. Probably about the time that the eggs will be done before that, so yeah, there's that. Now, next, since I gotta do all the cooking tomorrow, which I'm not gonna record all that. I've already done my secret macaroni and cheese recipe for my birthday this year. So if you want to see that, then I'll leave that linked, but I do have that. But I'm also going to go ahead and open the cranberry sauce. Yes, I use jellied cranberry sauce. I'm sure that I love cranberries, by the way. But I love cranberry sauce, okay? I love cranberry sauce, I don't care what nobody says. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and slap it in this, cut it up, and stick it in the fridge till tomorrow. So yeah, that's about that's pretty much what we're doing today. Just, and no, I'm not drinking today. Usually I do. Thanksgiving Eve, I have a whole video from 5 years ago or 4 years ago where I'm trying to show you how to wear an elf hat and to talk about being hungover on Thanksgiving. Not this year. Actually, last year I didn't either. I don't know. It's just been. Woohoo! Cranberry. Yeah, Yes. All right. Yes, I did wash my hands again after I paused the camera like 800 times. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to flip it, because this is what I do with my cranberry sauce, is I'm going to do this. Oh well, it's so slippery. Come on. There we go. Slide it over like that. And I'm going to just slicey right here. Pop it in the fridge and you're good to go. Now I'm going to rewash this bowl because the is the perfect size that I need, so I can get it ready for when I do the deviled eggs. Clean, beautiful Pyrex bowl. All right. Y'all probably see this one the most because it's like, it's not the biggest one, but it's not like the smallest or the second small. I don't know. It's just, it's the best size one, okay? And those should be done in now. Now I've turned the timer off and it smells like this. It's gonna smell like a beautiful fart in my home, which it did yesterday too, because apparently one of my neighbors had to have been making some damn Brussels sprouts, which I know that's pretty common for people to do, I guess. Yeah, and my whole apartment smelled like farts. Yeah, so now it's gonna smell like more farts. The deviled eggs. So I'm gonna wait for them to cool down, then I'll come back. I am now running water over my eggs. Cold water. No, I do not put ice in the water because to me there's no point. They're gonna cool down when they're gonna cool down. They don't need an ice bath unless you feel like they really need one. They're fine in a cold water bath. No ice required, but if it makes you feel better, do it. Now, it would appear that my eggs are nice and cooled off. So what we're gonna do now is I take them and I usually crack them in the pot to help do all that. There's the nice fart smell, don't you know? We're gonna crack all of our eggs. Voila. Voila. I heard somebody said that you were supposed to do this while they're hot or warm because they peel off easier. I've never had a problem. Either way, I've tried it both ways and it's about the same. So, in my experience, so, you know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Yeah, I have my cutting board down here. You could also use this for Easter too. I know a lot of people do deviled eggs for Easter, so don't get back in here. Now for the truth. Yes, I washed my fucking hands. If you get that reference, we can be friends. So. Perfect. Perfect. Yolks go in the bowl. And then these go in my little deviled egg dude. Deviled egg, this thing that I should have took the lid off of. That's okay. That's why we're in an apron, right? So we can wipe our hands, our wet hands on our apron. Dollar Tree, guys. Dollar Tree. I've had this for a long time. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. You don't need nothing fancy. Unless you want something fancy. So, and it is clean. Yeah, because I literally haven't even used it since last year. So it's beautiful. No dust, anything. All right. So we are going to continue to do that to the rest of these eggs. And I'll just speed it up for you. Yeah, no, you don't eat eggs. Free cat. Anybody want a free cat? I'll speed this up and you guys can just watch the process. And then Alright, so I've got the eggs peeled and I'm ready to cut those and go to the next part. This has like 4 minutes left, but it might need a little bit longer, so yeah, there's that. So this needs about 6 more minutes. It's or 5 or 6 more minutes. I'd say about 5 actually. It is not quite done in the middle by just a hair, so we're going to stick it back in the oven, and then I'm going to show y'all what I do with the yolks. So here we have our yolks. I got my mustard, my mayonnaise, Mr. Salt, Mrs. Pepper, and baby paprika. Because guys, y'all know I'm 5. Y'all know I'm 5. Okay, so let me get my spoon that I just washed. Actually, we need a fork. Let me get a fork. Don't you know that all my big forks are in the dishwasher? So anyway, what you want to do is first we want to crush the yolks up like so. Alright, so now that it looks like a couscous or dried scrambled eggs, I might not need that again, I'm not really sure. Now I'm going to use Mrs. Pepper. Remember, I eyeball everything. Mr. Salt. No paprika yet. We're going to take, and we're going to start off, because remember, you can always add to it. Ew, y'all hate that when that happens. Remember, y'all can always add to, you can't take away, unless you were to make more eggs. So we're going to do about, this is a bigger bowl, so don't let it fool you. Remember, I just cooked like 11, almost a dozen eggs, or boiled them, so about that much mustard to start off with. And then we're also going to start off with about, not that piece of crumb in it. That much. About that much mayo. And now, yes, I did need my fork still. So now we're just going to incorporate everything together. Like this. Now, you may want more mayonnaise, you may want more mustard. It don't matter to me. Usually what I do is I'll take a little bit, a little tiny bit on my pinky. Definitely needs more salt. That should do it. A little bit more pepper, can never go wrong with pepper. And we're actually going to add a little bit more mustard, because I do like to taste the mustard in mine. I don't want to overpower it, but I don't want just mayonnaise. Like, I have to have mustard in it. About that much. And there you go. And also, I know some people use a hand mixer to do this. I'm not a fucking restaurant. I just want to eat deviled eggs. Thank you. They don't need to be exactly perfect. If you want to do it that way, go right ahead. But I'm not a restaurant, so. Now we're going to try it a little bit more again on a different finger. He's actually, there we go. And a little more cover. Perfect. All right, good news. Our cake is done, so I just have it sitting in the oven for like, without the heat on, it would just the residual heat. So it's pretty much done. But we are going to go ahead and fill these up now. And the 3, which is probably going to end up being 4 that I left over here, you gotta, you just gotta make sure it tastes good, You just gotta make sure. So I took the spoon. You could also use not a piping bag, but a Ziploc bag, and you could, yeah, I'm not doing that. Once again, they don't need to be perfect. I'm gonna do this to each egg. Right, now that we're done with that, yes, it's probably driving some of you nuts that I was using my pinky to get it off with my clean hands. Yeah, plus I'm just feeding me and my partner, so that's literally it. So anyway, thank you. So usually what we do with the leftovers, which there isn't really any left of the filling, is we would make what we lovingly call cholesterol sandwiches. Me and Tina would, so but there's not really any left, so yeah. Anyways, while we're waiting for to frost the cake, yeah, these are all good. I'm gonna try the ugly one, because can't serve ugly eggs, so. Yeah, they're really good. Tastes like a deviled egg to me. Oh, I forgot to put the paprika on them, but I'll actually do that tomorrow because I don't really care. Or I might just leave them. Who cares? I think people only put paprika on them just so they look fancy. You definitely don't need to do that. But, I mean, for shits and giggles, we can add a little bit. Beautiful. There we go. Now, there we go. So I am going to go ahead and, oh, that one don't got enough. Oh yeah, I was gonna eat that one. Might as well stuff it full, huh? So I'm gonna go ahead and pop the lid back on that, clean that, stick these in the fridge. Oh wait, I keep forgetting to put these 2 up for puff. So yeah. There we go. Then we will get to the cake. Into the fridge we go, and I also have the cake cooling right there. So we'll see y'all in about 20 minutes. All right, y'all, here is the gingerbread pumpkin cake. I wish I would smell it. It smells so good. It smells so good. I know it may not look like much for a little Thanksgiving dessert, but like I said, the pies don't. One of them always gets wasted, but hopefully this will do the trick. I kind of want to wait till tomorrow to ice it, just so I can put it in the fridge and the icing doesn't harden up, and then I can kind of heat the cake back up So I think I'm actually going to do that, but I will put a picture of it somewhere. It's just going to be iced. Who cares? Y'all know what an iced cake looks like. I mean, I can show you what the color the frosting is if y'all want. Frosting. So yeah, I'm actually going to wait to do that tomorrow, but I assure you it's very good. So yeah, I hope that y'all did have a good Thanksgiving. Even if it was hard for you or whatever, and I hope that y'all have try a couple of these, or if you make them different, or if you have tried them before. I'm sure everybody's tried deviled eggs. Some people don't like them, some people do. Some people like pumpkin, some people don't. It's fine. It is what it is. But yeah, just remember around this holiday season to give yourself the patience, be patient with yourself, and to, if you gotta cry, cry. If you wanna laugh, laugh. How you feel in your journey is valid, and no one should be telling you how long or how you should be grieving. So, yeah. So I will see you guys in a couple of weeks, and once again, not with any Christmas content, but with some kind of content. But yeah, and it's funny because I've actually had a lot of people. I love doing recipes, but I've actually had not a lot of people, but I had a couple people actually request more recipes. So yeah, sorry this one was a little down, but you know, the food's good. Just be around good company, even if that means you and a beer. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. If you have any other requests for hair, makeup, recipes, bands, anything like that, then please comment down below and let me know. Guys, I don't bite. I don't have my fangs in. Don't be silly. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because it really helps my tiny ass channel. And of course, as always, don't forget to keep it rockin'.